A Florida buddy of mine, Mike Raban, who guides down in the Gulf of Mexico, recently purchased a new bay boat. At 26 foot long, it's significantly longer than my Mako that I have down in Florida. But Mike wants to do similar things that I do, and that is get out in the Gulf, find some wrecks, anchor on wrecks, anchor on rock piles, things like that. So what we rigged his new boat with is the new PowerPole Move trolling motor. We picked the pivot version so that he could go with a 72-inch shaft. It's a 36-volt engine. We hooked it up to a single Dakota Lithium 36-volt trolling battery. It actually has 60 amp hours of capacity, which turns out to be plenty even if Mike has to make 2 trips in one day. The nice thing about the trolling motor is that even though it's a bigger boat, it's giving Mike great control out on the Gulf. The Gulf is kind of a tricky place to fish because not only are you battling the waves that are created from wind, but you also have what's called swell out there. So it's just the up and down slow motion, might be a foot or 2 foot of swell out there with waves on top of that. You also have tidal current, which can be blowing with the waves, against the waves, even sideways to the waves, so it can just complicate matters even more. But like most types of fishing, boat control is real important. Being right on the highest rock or being right on a certain part of the wreck is real key when you're out there. So when you anchor, you want to stay right on a spot. The nice thing about the Move trolling motor is that it has a titanium shaft. And I've talked about this before. I think that's a real key difference between this trolling motor and other ones, in that long 72-inch shaft has very little flex in it. So what that means is when that motor ramps up, it doesn't flex and make the head point up and out of the water. It keeps it driving straight ahead, moving all of the power of the engine straight ahead so that you can have that precise boat control. So like most fishing that we do, whether it's up north here or out in the Gulf, staying on a spot is real important. Having that precise boat control is real important. And with the Move PV, Mike's got total boat control.